What is good, YouTube? Coming to y'all with another video. Today we're gonna have a discussion of Rodney Hood, a guy that I've been talking about. Made an NBA rookie analysis breakdown when I broke down him and with real footage. It was a rookie analysis. He was a rookie. I seen potential in him. I like the way he played. I like the way he conducts himself. I like his style of play. I said he can play the 2 or the 3. He's now playing the 2 a lot. I knew that already. That's why I said it in that video. But we're going to discuss how good is Rodney Hood. Can he replace Gordon Hayward? That's a thing that everybody says, oh, they don't have Gordon Hayward no more. Now they can give more shots to Rodney Hood. He's going to get more threes. He's going to get more chances to drive and be a playmaker. He showed potential in his rookie season when he got some starts that he can be potentially a good player and a nice three-point shooter. He obviously got more minutes as he developed and as the team seen how good he can become. He had some injuries. He has been inconsistent, and the guy just has to wait his time. And now he's getting the minutes, he's getting the touches that he deserves because he worked his ass off. But we're going to discuss today, is Rodney Hood a potential superstar? Is Rodney Hood a potential star in general? Can he just be an all-star? I know it's going to be damn near impossible because you are in the West. Gordon Hayward made it once, but he had to elevate his play to a higher level just to get to that one all-star appearance. And he won't be making it this year because he's injured. But can he play at an all-star level? And what I mean by that, you have players like Mike Conley, where when he has averaged 24 points a game. You have a player like Damian Lillard that averaged 20 to 25 to 27 points a game and still has failed to make the All-Star team every single year, even though he put up All-Star caliber numbers. And like I said last year, you had Damian Lillard and Mike Conley both missing the All-Star game, and they have put up All-Star numbers, but they just haven't been able to make the team consistently, and Mike Conley has never been able to make it. But the thing about Rodney Hood is he has the size. I'm not saying he's big. He's not a big shooting guard. He's not a big small forward because he's only at 206, but he is a big 6'8", and he is athletic. He has a nice handle on the ball. Is he Kyrie? Is he Steph Curry? No, but he can handle that ball. He can get the shots that he like. He can create his own shot to a certain extent. He doesn't really have enough go-to moves. He doesn't really have any amazing handles that allow him to get to the rim, that allows him to get his shot anytime he wants to. But he has that quick release where if you give him too much room or he gets enough space, he's a good enough shooter to where he can knock that down consistently. And that's been something he's been doing since he's been a rookie, is where if you sag off of him or you go under a screen or if he's open in the corner or open at the top of the key, the guy can get 20 to 25 points any given night. He reminds me a lot of other players like those Otto Porters and those Jaylen Browns and them Jason Tatum, the wings where if you're not paying attention to them, they can have sneaky good games because they can get the rebounds and you won't even notice. Next thing you know, they have 5, 6, 7 rebounds. They can hit a 3 in the first quarter, hit 2 threes in the third quarter, and hit 2 threes in the fourth quarter. And next thing you know, they in double digits. And they can get out in transition, get some layups, get some dunks, get to the free throw line every blue moon. Next thing you know, oh shoot, Rodney Hood, you look at the stat sheet, he has 18 points. He has 21 points. And you don't really notice it. And regular players, regular fans don't notice it because they're not looking at Rodney Hood. You don't go to Utah Jazz games, and I'm not trying to disrespect him, but being real, I don't watch Utah for Rodney Hood. If I'm a casual fan, he's not one of those players that you're going to see. You can't wait to watch, and he stuffs up that stat sheet. You won't even notice if he had a good game or not if you're a casual fan. He's a 90% free throw shooter. He's a 40% three-point shooter this year. He's shooting 41% from the field, but he's also giving you 2 rebounds and almost 2 assists a game, and he's giving you 17 points a game. A casual fan will not know that Rodney Hood is averaging 17.7. And I'm not trying to diss the average fan, but you're not going to a game for Rodney Hood. And he has those sneaky, quiet games where he hits some shots timely. He makes the extra pass. He hits the open threes. And next thing you know, the guy hit some key shots in the fourth quarter, and they won the game. And you look at the stats, down. Rodney Hood had an excellent game. And he reminds me of a guy like Serge Ibaka and Taj Gibson, where they're going to hit the open shots and make the right plays, and they're not going to get the credit. Nobody's going to talk about it, but the NBA GMs and the NBA coaches know how valuable they are to the team and how great of system and team players that they are. And that's something that I can say about Rodney Hood at this point. He seems more like a system player. He's benefiting off other guys getting attention. And if he wants to take that next step, he's going to have to elevate his play. And what I mean by that, he's going to have to put more work in the gym to work on his handles, to work up on him some moves, some bread and butter, where he has moves he can always go to besides the spot up and a pull up three. His favorite move is to run into the three and shoot it over you, or just shoot a three when you get him sagged off. When you sagging off of him, he just throws it up in your face. But he's going to have more moves than that if he wants to take the next level and be a star. Because Utah, honestly, they're in a situation where they're not terrible, but they're not a playoff contender after they lost Gordon Hayward. Obviously, they was on the cups of being a contender with Gordon Hayward, but they lost him. And Rodney Hood, he has the opportunity, like I said, to take his place. But it took Gordon Hayward years and years and years for him to become an all-star level player. And he still didn't even make an all-NBA team in the league. And he won't be making it this year, obviously, because he's injured. So Rodney Hood is a guy that he can put the numbers up. He can get you the shots. He can knock down them threes. But can he do more? Can he become a better facilitator? Yes. Can he become a better scorer? He can. But he needs to get go-to moves. He needs to have moves that he can get at any time, whether it's early in the shot clock, late in the shot clock, or just making the play in the fourth quarter. He's going to have to get those moves. And the only reason why I say that is I see the potential of Rodney Hood. To me, he's a above average player to a certain extent. He's basically a lone, lanky guy that can knock down threes, and that's what every team wants. A guy that can switch and a guy that can knock down the corner and spot up threes. And that's what the NBA is heading for, the shooting guards and the small forwards. But he has the ability to do more. And I seen it in him at a rookie age where I'm like, this guy is a glue guy. But some glue guys like Kawhi Leonard, for example, Jimmy Butler, they were just defenders and they just made plays when they needed to. And they developed and grew into, I'm not just a great 3-and-D guy. I'm a guy that can score. I can post up. I can have moves that I can go to. I can shoot the three still, but I can create my own shot. And I can affect the game in multiple ways. Rodney Hood has not added that to his game yet, where he can play make, where he can dominate a game consistently on a daily basis, including in the playoffs, and a guy that can take over a game. He might have games where he gets hot. He might have games where he looks like a star, but he hasn't been able to do it successfully. And like I said, the thing I'm noticing is he needs more moves to get to that level, and he needs more go-to moves to ensure that he can score when in doubt. And if he is able to increase his ball handling skills, increase his basketball IQ to know when to attack, to know when you can get this move off, to know how you can attack this defender and how these certain players guard you, and you know what you can get away with and you know what you can do consistently to them, he might never reach that all-star or star potential if he cannot make those adjustments. And if he does, Utah right now, like I said, they're in a position where they're good enough to make the playoffs, but they're not good enough to win a championship, and they're not good enough to get out of the first round, bearing injuries to the other teams. But they're also not good enough. They're not bad enough for them to get lottery picks in the top 10 unless they get lucky or they make a trade. They have Gobert, they have Favors, they have talent in general, but they're not good enough to be a contender. So they're either going to have to trade for a star, develop a star, or potentially get worse and be able to draft a top 5 player, and hopefully they develop into a star. And they have players on this roster that if they put the work in, they could become better players. And if they do, that'd be beneficial because it's hard to draft a star later in the draft, even though it's possible. And at the same time, you still want to win because you have the talent. So you don't want to just lose just to lose when you can still make the playoffs and make that extra money for being in the playoffs. And it's good for the fans too, because they want to see the team in the playoffs if they're real fans. So that's the question of the day. Can Rodney Hood take that next step and be a star? Can he take that next step and average 20 plus points a game? Can he develop into more than just a 3-point sniper and a guy that can get out in transition, get layups and dunks? Can he elevate his play? Can he elevate his game and take that next step? We see the potential. We see it in him. But can he put it all together and become something better than what he is, with just as a 3-and-D kind of guy, a switching type of guy that got the length and the size and can knock down threes? Can he be more than that? And I thought he would be more than that when I made the rookie analysis when he was a rookie, and he has become better and he has become more consistent. But I see that he can become better than what he really is still, and I want to see if he can harness that and get the hunger to become more than what he is already. And it's hard to do it because guys get paid and they get complacent. Guys get paid and they get injured. Guys get paid and they fall off. And they never live up to the hype. They never live up to the contract, or they don't work as hard as they did before after they get the contract. And when it's time for them to get another contract, then they have another great year. So can Rodney Hood take that next step? That's the question I'm asking my subscribers. That's the question I'm asking the Utah fans. And that's the question I'm asking to the new people that just watched my video for the first time that like Rodney Hood. He has the potential. He has the ability. Can he put it together? Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're not, just enjoy the video. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Or even if you're on Facebook, Twitter, or even on YouTube, let me know what you guys think. I do care about what you guys have to say.